Hey guys, thank you for tuning in today. Stephanie and I are so happy to share this platform with y'all. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. So what's on your mind today?
Well, I thought we would talk about dating after divorce.
After divorce?
Yeah, we're both pretty experienced, I think.
In which way?
Well, we both dated after divorce. That's why we're together.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. How was your experience?
I mean, I'm so thankful I never have to go back to it. I can say that.
Yeah, it's crazy out there. It's it's a jungle, especially after being in a relationship for so long.
Yeah, you probably had the biggest surprise and shock
In
in dating after divorce.
what? Didn't you?
I know I did, but I was on social media before, and I'm a little bit cooler, so
But apparently, that's the only way you can meet people nowadays.
yeah, I mean, that's what I discovered very quickly. I think from when I dated before, there was no apps, there was no dating apps, so that was new to me after starting over and going through a divorce and deciding to date again. Yeah, it was pretty exhausting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was the first app you tried?
I think Tinder.
Tinder. Well, Tinder is kind of like, I won't say the goat, but it's the most established. After Plenty of Fish.
Plenty of Fish. I did Plenty of Fish too. Yeah.
Plenty of Fish. Okay.
Yeah.
How was it on Tinder?
It was wild. Yeah, it was. I wasn't on for very long. It was a little too crazy for me.
Okay.
So yeah,
So what was your wildest experience on Tinder?
I don't even know. I think what shocked me the most was how people would send messages that I know for sure they wouldn't dare say to somebody in real life, face to face. But
Okay.
something about having that screen in the way,
Yeah.
did you find that similar? Or?
Well, I'm pretty sure with girls it was a bit different, but some were a bit more forthcoming, I will say.
That's a nice way of putting it, I guess. Because that's a nice way of putting it.
Yeah. I mean, for some people, I think they kind of shy, but being on those websites allows them to kind of express themselves freely, not being judged.
Well, I don't know if there's a ton of people meeting their forever person on Tinder. I mean, comment below the video if you found your forever person on Tinder.
But
Yeah,
would
it's
you
really
rather, if you were in a perfect world, how would you rather meet people
I think
with a potential of dating them?
I think I'm a really old school where I would love to have just been grabbing a coffee one day and had a really polite gentleman come up to me and start a conversation and ask me out on a date.
And you would accept?
Well, yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah? Well, that's good. That's good to know. I mean, because often now, you can't
Oh, I
you
don't
can't
think
really
that would ever
approach
happen.
girls,
Yeah, I
you
know.
know, like they really closed off. I
Yeah.
guess this is why people tend to go on those
Yeah.
online sites. Makes breaking the ice far more easier. Right? Well, I'm like you. I like the human contact. Right? I think I'm better.
So if you saw me in a coffee shop way back
Yeah.
in the day, you would have come up and asked if you could buy me a coffee, or
Maybe it would be more like at a grocery store because
At
I
a
don't drink coffee.
you would have come up to me in a grocery store.
Yeah. Do you need help finding something? That's a gentleman.
Well, I just probably would have thought, oh, he's an undercover employee or something.
Well, I mean, in a coffee shop, people are often there just to mind like their own business.
Well, it's interesting because we probably never would have crossed paths.
But that's one thing though that I have to give to those social media sites, dating sites, is that you do cross paths with people that normally, under normal circumstances, you would have never. Right? So I have to give it to them. But at the same time, for me, what was crazy is just I found that there wasn't enough filters. And because there wasn't enough filters, you were getting all kinds of profiles sent your way, right? But at the same time, if with those filters, you kind of cut your success rate.
Yeah, I was gonna say
a
I
little.
had the different experience because when I got going, I was like ordering a specialty pizza. Like I clicked all these filters, and I thought, let me just sit back now, and I'm gonna get the perfect pizza. Except after I put in everything that I wanted or didn't want, there was nobody.
That's the thing. That's why you have to leave your options open.
Yeah.
You can't go with that I have my list type of mentality, and check all those boxes. So that's what I found was hard, because you did get like the cream of the crop and the bottom of the barrel all at once. But hey, to each their own. I'm pretty sure there's someone for everyone. So yeah, I mean, it was just very redundant for me, like being out of the game out of dating for about 14 years. It was a bit of an adjustment, but at first I just wanted to have fun. So, and I found that actually Tinder, because Tinder was my first dating app kind of experience. But my thumb was getting tired of swiping. I was swiping. I noticed that I was swiping left a lot.
Wait, is
So that's
left
no.
the left is I had to
Left is a no.
Okay.
And one night I just swiped everything right, and yeah, I mean there were some matches. Not the typical people that I will. Well, among the people that I would normally go for, out of just a number that I'm throwing out there, out of 10, there was maybe 2 or 3. The rest were not.
They weren't viable candidates.
Yeah, that's a nice way. That's a nice way to say it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You kind of have to understand. When you go at a bar or something, you just kind of, hey, how are you doing? How's your night going? So on and so forth. But online, it's kind of different, right? They're going, for some of them, straight to, hey, what are you looking for?
Well, I can relate to this as a single mother at the time who was working full time. Like, I don't have time to do, this exchange with somebody to say like, oh, how was your day? What do you like, cats or dogs, or pineapple on pizza? I don't have this.
But what do you mean?
Type
That's
of
the base.
Time to.
That's the base.
No, because if this
That's the
person is not
foundation.
looking for the same thing as I am, it's
But
not
how
worth
can
my
you know
time.
based out of a first conversation?
Well, I think it's brilliant. Like if you ask somebody right away, what are you looking for, and they say friends with benefits, and that's not what I'm after, then okay, have a nice life.
Yeah, but
Good
I've
luck.
heard like there's some friend of benefits who turns out to long-term relationship.
How many? Comment below if you're a friends with benefits that turned into a long term. But I'm just saying it's relatable for me, because I remember having very little time to myself, and so I think to give my time to another person, particularly a stranger, yeah, I probably would just cut to the chase. And although similar to you, I wasn't, when I started dating apps, I really wasn't looking for something serious. I didn't really know what I wanted. I think that was part of the journey I went on these apps. Like, I think that taught me through that experience, okay, I need to pause and figure out, what do I actually want in another human, especially after, coming off a divorce. The last thing you want to do is invest in another person and have it not end well. So, yeah, was that kind of like your journey? You all of a sudden just decided, oh man, I need to figure out actually what I want, or you knew what you wanted, but
Well, I was actually having way too much fun, and yeah, I was having way too much fun, and I'm like, you know what? That's not me. That can't be life. I need something more subtle. Having kids and stuff like that. It was great while it lasted, but then I I reached a point where I was more like, okay, let's focus on building something, and that's when I kind of really left Tinder behind, and I moved on to
Christian Mingle.
Christian Mingle. Do you want to talk about Christian Mingle? Oh, Christian Mingle. Let me know if you were successful on Christian Mingle, but let me give you a brief of my experience with Christian Mingle. So, you get on those websites and then they ask you a few questions, what you like, what your status is, and so on and so forth. Well, guess what? When I went on there and I clicked that I was divorced, I was banned from the site. They banned me from the site. Like, there was no way for me to see profile or build my profile or meet people.
They just kicked you out right away?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Did you went on Christian Mingle?
No,
Okay.
I did not.
Good for you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I was like, oh, I felt offended actually.
Well, I just don't think it's realistic this day and age. I think even, hearing pastors speak at church, like divorce is unfortunately is a very common thing nowadays. So, it's something that, the church needs to
But not only that, there's many reasons why people get divorced, and one of the reasons that is allowed in the Christian faith is unfaithfulness. So if you divorce your spouse because they were unfaithful, that has absolutely nothing to do on your beliefs. So
Yeah.
you can carry on and move on with your life and still kind of seek people that have the same values, that share the same value as you do.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was terrible. Let's just put it this way. Or maybe I dodged a bullet. Who knows? So I went on something that was a little bit more friendlier, and accommodating to all. A dating site called Hinge, and I found my lady on the Hinge. Yeah, Hinge was great for me. What's the average time you spend on dating sites?
It's hard to remember. I remember that what I do remember is that I would cycle on and cycle off.
Okay.
Because I would get so mentally
That was
drained
my next question.
that I would go on a break. So the day that you and I had met, I think was the first day that I got back on a dating app.
Okay.
And it had been, I think, 3 or 4 months that I had been off
Yeah.
a dating app. So,
Okay.
yeah.
My top one was Hinge, but prior to Hinge, I was on Bumble, and again, a horrible experience. Well, not really horrible, but not really worth my time, just simply because the way it is for those of you who went on Bumble, the lady has to message you first, so they message, but then there's a clock, so you have to respond in a certain amount of time.
Oh.
And if you
What's
don't,
the time?
I don't know. That's a mystery. So
It's definitely a female designed app, I can tell you that. There's got to be a female in charge of Bumble.
yeah, because it is female led. But anyways, so when you get a message and you don't respond, they just cancel the match. So you can really have to be on it, right? And so Bumble was not No, was not for me. So I stick to Hinge because Hinge, there were some parameters that you were able to set,
Mm-hmm.
and it made it like very very easier, and it was more real people, I guess, real profiles, right? Unlike Tinder. So I always try to get you to upgrade to gold or to view your matches. Oh, you got a mystery match. You know the funny thing about this mystery match? Sometimes Tinder used to kind of release some to you free of charge, and it was never someone that you would have actually go for. so, so the one who paid, I don't know, $79 a
Well, I
month.
was gonna ask you for your top 3 tips to give divorced men or dads when starting their dating journey. So I feel like this is probably one of your tips to not pay the extra for the
Oh,
special.
don't pay the extra. like there's so many dating sites out there. Just find your niche. Don't get involved in those monthly memberships. It's really not worth it. And don't get caught with Tinder, because they do push. Oh, gold members, you have 17 potential matches. And then they give you that card. Click. You end up clicking. It's not even someone that you would have swapped right for. So, I mean, rarely. And I don't know if you did get, if you were in fact successful with that. Please comment below. Let us know, because I'm pretty sure our experience doesn't reflect the experience of everyone.
But what are your 3 tips? 3 tips
For what?
for a single guy that's coming out of a divorce or that's divorced, either with kids or without kids. If you had to give them 3 tips for dating
Yeah, well,
after divorce, what would it be?
know what you're looking for.
You stole that from me.
Have I?
Yeah.
We're compatible, so it's normal that our thinking
Okay,
aligns.
okay. I'll try and think of a new one.
Oh, so know what you're looking for. That's number one. Keep an open mind, depending on how long you've been single and out of a relationship. Well, how long was your last relationship? And third, don't be stupid.
Don't be stupid. What do you mean?
If it's too good to be true, it's because it's too good to be true.
Okay.
What are yours?
Okay, my 3, I think, for the divorced woman with or without kids. So I would say the same first one, so know what you're looking for, but more so in terms of know yourself and what you really truly want in a partner, the qualities. And remember to set the bar high.
Set the bar high.
Set the bar high.
Set the bar high.
Yeah.
I don't know about setting the bar high if you're gonna have some matches.
I mean, in the sense that women often, because we are so wired to love, we are also, I think, more likely to compromise on some things. So
I would like to know what are those things.
I think it's important to have I think it's important to have a set list. It doesn't need to be huge, but a list of like, these are my non-negotiables. I say list, but there could be like 3 things on it.
Okay, so like be aware of red flags. Your non-negotiables are red flags.
Yeah, your non-negotiables, like
what were your non-negotiables?
okay, I need to get through my tips.
All right.
That's a whole nother podcast or YouTube channel info or whatever. Okay, so know yourself, know what you're looking for. Two, take mental breaks. I found sometimes that I was just starting to get irritable or annoyed or bitter. When you start to feel that way, it's probably a sign that you need to take a little break. So I know for myself, I would often take breaks from dating apps and recharge my battery, and I would come back with a fresh mind and more open. I think we'll see it worked because, you know, I met you after a long break. And number three, to go into the whole process of dating again with a realistic expectation. I think that sometimes, and what leads to the exhaustion, is a lot of disappointment. I think, you know, as women, sometimes we think, okay, I'm going on this dating app, I'm gonna meet this amazing guy, and, you know, we're gonna build this beautiful life, and you go on a date and you go into it thinking, oh, this is this guy, we had some great conversations, we're obviously gonna match, and then you go on the date and it's like a completely different person, feels like a completely different person than you were chatting to. So set your expectations like realistically.
I'm pretty sure there's much more that we can share on this topic. And so there may possibly be a series if you want to know a little bit more about and going deep about how our dating experience was. Let us know in the comments. Perhaps we'll have another video, do a part 2.
I'm sure, like, I mean, I wonder if like AI is integrated into dating apps now.
Oh,
Where you can just like respond, I don't know, to somebody automatically through AI.
that's a good point. Well, you know what? Let's find out.
We'll find out.
And we'll see you on the next video. Stay safe and stay blessed.